entered and everything.
Good.
Should go now. Good evening, everybody,
Good evening.
and welcome to the latest chat, the latest stream. It's Friday. This is.
You've completely lost it.
I haven't.
Well, it's Chinwag number.
Yeah, welcome to Chinwag number 141.
Yeah.
There you go. Welcome to Chinwag number 141.
All is good with the world now.
Yep. With myself, Zahir, and Rebecca.
Yes.
This is our weekly chat. We need to come up with some kind of an intro.
And
yeah.
we're doing fine. This
will do, yeah. This is where we come on and we talk about our week in reselling, how it's felt, and then sometimes we have a little topic that we talk about. Sometimes, like we've got a little topic tonight. I think, it's in the title. I changed the title a couple of times during the day.
So depending on what you came across during the day, this is what we're talking about now.
Yeah, this is it. It's changed. I think it was meant to be a charity shop haul, which I could do. We can still do that, but it's not in the title anymore. And I changed it, so now it's just.
I didn't realise the title changed like 3 times.
Yeah, it's changed about 3 times.
I thought it was just the one.
No, a couple of times. I just changed it, depending on.
Depending on your mood.
Kind of. Well,
You were in haul mood earlier. Then it was just like, no, we're just going to talk about
we can still do a haul. We can still do a haul. It was okay haul. It wasn't like amazing. It was clothes,
Yeah, I mean, we've got none of the haul here.
Yeah, well, I took photos of it.
But we've got the photos.
Because obviously I'm going to list it. So I thought I'd take photos of it. And rather than bringing it home,
I know,
we could just show you guys some photos.
Share some photos. Hey.
That's quality content. So yeah, that's the plan.
Yes.
Wow. It looks like we have had a very kind super chat from Tommy Bernard supporting the Chinwag. Thank you, Tommy. Appreciate it. If you guys don't know Tommy in the chat, he's a fantastic guy. He actually he's on like that thing where he's just going live for hours on end.
He's on that thing.
Yeah, like sometimes I think we all go through phases.
Yeah, it's called
we're going
like
live.
Like hangout.
Hangout, yeah.
Hangout, maybe?
Yeah, Tommy and Uniquely Me are like the 2 main culprits. And then they often get other people on as well. Yes. So, so I think I saw Dwayne Mothership Products there as well. Parrot Head Picker, I think I saw as well. So, well worth it. BCP, that's it. BCP, I've got to make him add moderator. There you go. BCP is now an honorary moderator because apparently he wasn't a moderator on our channel and now he is. So
and apparently we're one of the only channels that don't have BCP as a moderator.
We're not expecting him to do any moderating. This is purely for Tommy because it bothers Tommy. He was unable to sleep and things like that. So
do you want to say hello to some people?
We'll say some highs. We'll say some highs. Ash is in the chat. Eric Liddy. By the way, Eric, thank you for the purchase and the feedback as well. We're glad that you like what you bought.
Yeah.
So Ash, Peter Ray, Stu Mandry, Shop Windows says, I've been eating dairily triangles in preparation for this epic extravaganza of epicureal entertainment. That is alliteration there. That's what that is. Yeah, yes. GCSE English. Yeah. It's alliteration, isn't it? Yeah. The bunches of E's, right? You don't know? You don't know?
Yeah, it sounds about right. It's what Zara goes on about.
Yeah,
she?
Exactly. And other things. So yeah, thank you for popping in. So we've also got Dave on time for once. Ashley says, hello, so glad to catch you guys live tonight. I'm glad that you were able to pop in, Ashley.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate it. Karen says hi as well. Sue's Pile of Shame as well. Hi, Sue. Tea Cakes, getting pre-boot sale excitement. Tea Cakes, we don't get car boot sales up here.
Well, we do.
No, we don't.
But they get rained off.
I can't remember the last time I went to one.
Don't be so dramatic. It was like 2 weeks ago.
Was it?
Yeah. It seriously was 2 weeks ago. Our car boot was rained off last weekend. This weekend, it doesn't look great.
It's been rained off a lot. It's been rained off. Like, yeah. We
live in the north of England. We get a lot of
so much rain. So much rain. And the thing is, it's really like the weather is kind of a bit sneaky because
it's sneaky. It's sneaky weather.
It's very sneaky up here because you don't get the rain during the week sometimes. Sometimes you get really nice weather during the week.
We had some quite nice days this week, well, afternoons. It still started off a bit grey in the morning and then it was clear and gorgeous in the afternoon. But, yeah. And anyway, you don't want to hear about the weather.
Yes, it's been bad. Have you been on the wine yet, Karen?
No. Does it sound like we have?
No. Well done, Dave. Haven't even touched Germany, says Stu. What's that about? Just sold my second shirt to Amazon Merch Germany, says Dave. I've never sold anything.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think we got into it enough, did we?
No.
With the old merch.
Stu says established his memory span is 2 weeks. No, up here we do tend to lose a lot of weeks to car boots. To the weather. We lose a lot of car boots to the weather up here. And I think it's something you've got to take into consideration if you're sourcing from car boots.
To be fair, we have got Clitheroe that we could go to. It has an indoor kind of section as well as an outdoor, so we can go there on a Sunday if we want to. We didn't last weekend.
BCP says, Zahir, do I have permission to put Tommy and Tracy's channels in chat if you see them? Of course, yes, of course you can. And Tommy says, Jesus, higher cost of living and no carbon. No need to send another super chat, Tommy. We've got a good cost of living. The car boots are a bit annoying. Yeah. Z blaming the weather on his sneaky wing. T-Cake says there's been a lot at the weekends. We're east of the Pennines, so most has already fallen. Pure Vintage says no wine, it's Friday Cracker Jack time. And Karen,
you really don't.
You seriously don't need to super chat. That's like 2 weeks in a row. Please, thank you for joining us as always, and we appreciate your support, Karen.
We do.
That's so kind of you. 5 minutes super chat towards some wine. Then it's Friday. Do you know what that kind of ties in with the topic we're talking about as well, handling money. This is something that is quite an important topic, right? And the reason is I always thought we never had any money because I had just bad jobs, right? Mm-hmm. And then I thought, okay, when I start working for myself and selling like loads of stuff, and being running my own eBay business, will have money, and just generally actually through life, like you think, if I had a better job I'd have more money, and like you start off. I used to have a job at Dixon's, which was like a really basic entry level shop retail job. It would be like working in the electronics department of Target, for those of you that are in America. Then I got like a little upgrade. I started working for Harrods, and I thought, I'm going to earn more money at Harrods. Get 2% flat rate commission, which was really nice on some of the stuff we used to sell. And it was a bit fancier, right? The pay was a little bit better, right? And we still never felt like we had more money. And then I got a better job working as a rep for Nestle, and we got a company car, better annual salary, etc. And we still never quite felt like we had enough money, right? And then then I thought, it's because of the roof. There's this glass roof over my head because I'm never going to earn a massive amount of money working for someone, so I've got to work for myself. And that's when I got into reselling, seeing how much money you can earn. And touch wood, even in our worst weeks, like after fees and taxes and things like that.
I think you put up turnover.
Turnover for this week, for example, is £716 on the stock has cost us very little after fees and taxes. That's still probably better than in the wages I was earning in jobs. So I never had particularly highly paid jobs or anything, right? Also we're doing more, and then again, still we feel like we never have any money. And finally, I think, it takes time to accept these things. One of the things was Nick called me the other day, and he called me while I was at the kebab shop. And I said to him, he was like, oh, he called up, he's like, oh, we haven't spoken for a while, you know, I thought I'd call you for a chat. And I was like, yeah, I'm just at the kebab shop. And he laughed, like, of course, you know. Like,
yeah, of course, that's where you would be.
And I just thought to myself, yes, I'm always in the kebab, you know.
And the thing,
not always, but you know what I mean? I'm in there more than I should be.
I think we we were having a bit of a chat the
yes,
other day.
We did,
right?
yeah.
And although, you know, I don't want it to sound like we have got, like, you know, it all sorted and stuff like that. But
no.
We tend not to say no to ourselves. We don't tend to wait for things.
Yes. Especially when it comes to food.
So rather than, like, saving up and doing something nice, or like, you know, going out to like a nice restaurant or something like that, we don't do that.
No. Our idea of a nice restaurant is we went to Five Guys on Sunday and dropped 60 quid on burgers and milkshake. Yeah. You know, and then but that's quite rare. That's actually more of a treat.
That is more of a treat.
Like it's hard to accept this sometimes, but the realization has now occurred, and this I don't think it gets talked about enough, or maybe I just don't listen when it gets talked about enough because it's too close to the bone. But I think we both appreciate that we're those people that are like death by 1,000 paper cuts. We don't buy much big stuff. Like we haven't been on holiday for many years. We don't buy like a load of big, we're not extravagant is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. You know, you've seen our car. Well, you haven't, but you've heard of it. The Honda CRV 2002 plate, still going strong. We don't have a monthly car payment. So there are a lot of things we do right. But it's the little things that get us. Yeah. We spend all of our money on little things, thinking it's only a little bit of money, and that's what kills us. Yeah. That's what's been such a. We feel. I'm buzzing because we're doing something about it. We're trying to. We did have a little slip up.
Yeah, that's when Nick called to him and he was in the kebab shop.
Yeah, we did have a slip up. But we are working. We're working on this, and I think this is advice for anyone that's come into reselling, thinking it's like a silver bullet for your finances. If your finances were bad before, they're going to be bad now. If anything, they're going to become worse because you're going to have more money to mess up with. Mm-hmm. Money, like, you know, if people that aren't broke even when they don't earn much money. And, you know, there are people that earn very little money and aren't broke. Mm-hmm. And then there are people that earn a lot of money and are broke. And it's completely one of those situations, I think, where you've got to just be honest with yourself. Mm-hmm. And really do a bit of, like, self kind of, you know, look at yourself. And, like, our spending is so silly, but you add it up. Oh gosh, Ashley, I'm your greatest fan, has super chat $4.99. I really do appreciate it. A small contribution to thank you for the super videos you produce. I love the chats and laughter. Ashley, that is so nice of you to say. It's like, really appreciate it.
We do.
I'm humbled by people being so generous. I do appreciate it. It is so good of you guys. But I really want to talk about this because this is so key. Like, we've been giving ourselves financial death by like 1,000 paper cuts.
And the thing is, right? Yeah. Like, we were talking about this the other day, weren't we? Like, so we was like, we always do that thing where when we have rough sales day, we sit there and we start over-analysing. So we start analysing what we're doing wrong, what we can do to fix it, and things like that. And we both sat there and we were like, you know, we are part of the problem. Yeah. Because we just don't say no to ourselves.
Yes.
And it does get frustrating, but the one thing that we've always got to remember is checking our figures. Yeah. Because when we checked our figures for over the year, and we do this, you know, it's kind of like just to get us back into the right headspace, isn't it? And we were like, I don't know why we're like beating up on ourselves so much.
Because that's not the issue.
Because that's not the issue.
The issue isn't the business.
Yeah, the business is actually in a really nice
it's always been and continues to be our use of capital. We, like, I thought to myself, like, since starting work when I was 16, that's like 22 years of work now. And I just think to myself, how many bottles of cola, how many Big Mac meals, how many chocolates, how many little things like that I just don't even think about. Even at the office, we got to the stage where we've got like a co-op shop next to our office, and me and Beck were going in there and spending like a tenner on our lunch.
It wasn't 10.
£7 to £10.
It was £7.
7 to 10.
It was 7.
Sometimes it was 10.
It was 7.
No, sometimes it was 10.
It was sometimes
it was 10. And that became and we just that's how we roll. That's how we've been rolling all these years, to the point where I'm almost physically rolling because I've been rolling so much when it comes to that kind of stuff, all that high sugar food. I'm going to be rolling soon.
Oh,
and so the time comes, and it's little things. Honestly, the thing is, these things aren't even treats. I'd much rather. I will say a few hellos quickly. By the way, Mandy has come in. Gary says buy some bread bunsy. They're cheap. We got through those. I'm not buying.
They're gone. We're not buying any more of those.
Yeah. Sion the More question: any ideas how I can get rid of fag smoke on a box? Product and leads, etc. inside. Heard bicarbonate of soda might help. Yes, it will. We used bicarb this week because Alf decided to be sick on our sofa. And it stank of dog sick, and bicarb sorted it out. Uniquely Me, Peddler, Uniquely Me, Tracy, thank you for popping in. Definitely go over and subscribe to Uniquely Me and to Tommy as well. They're really hilarious guys. Check them out. But yeah, like, it's these little things that kill us, guys. These little things. I would much rather buy, I question myself. When I bought this mouse is a £70 mouse. £80 mouse, actually. 80, 85. It's an £80 mouse. We'll go 80, right? It's a lot of money for a mouse. But how many of these have I bought over 22 years? Like 2, 3, maybe? That's it. What's really cost me money is all the bottles of cola that I've bought, all the chocolate bars. It's the takeaway. It's such an addiction for me. Like, and for you, like, you've got a bit of a thing. You don't exactly say no. Just I really think that is the thing that is just so key. And like we've been without that kind of stuff now. Like, even when we do a weekly shop, we'd go out and just treat ourselves. It's not a treat, and that's what we're going to work on. Very true about spending, says Jay Dennis. My missus has control as I just spend it on useless crap. She stopped me buying an armoured car the other day just because I had the money in the bank. How inconsiderate, Jay Dennis. An armoured car. Nickel and diming yourself into debt, says Eric Liddy. Completely. We, if you were to come round like to our house, you wouldn't see anything extravagant. We still have a plasma TV, right? That's how we don't care. We're not bothered about having like a super duper this, that, the other. We don't upgrade a TV every year. We don't upgrade a car. We buy thrifted clothes. So all these things we do right, but it's the nickel and diming. It really is. Every day I got into a habit. Every day I go to the co-op and I get myself like an apple Danish. I have an apple Danish. And that's it's £1. £1.
And that's if you're not gone to Morrison's.
If I go to Morrison's, I'm hitting those blueberry muffins. I'm hitting them hard. Sometimes they have 3, okay? I'll buy 3. You didn't know that?
No. And you'll eat 3, won't you?
Yeah. Yeah. But that's just it. And these are, I don't go, this is the thing. Like, I don't go for like the 4-pack for £1. My muffins cost me £1 each. That's how I roll. See? Nothing but the best muffins for me.
Okay, well, should we move on?
And then, like, for example, the apple Danish, £1. I don't buy like a pack of 6 Mr. Kipling for £1. No. I just buy 1 Danish for £1.
I know, right?
That's £1. You do that every day. And that's just one of those things. And the guarantee is, if you do one of those things, if you're spending money like that on one of those things, you're gonna be spending in other places. And surely enough, my spending doesn't stop at my apple Danish in the morning and my cup of coffee or whatever. I'll go in at lunch, I'll buy the meal deal, that's like £3. I'll add a chocolate bar on top of that makes it like £4 or £5. Then we'll finish work and I might pick up like picking Rebecca up as an excuse and get another little snack. Oh look, Becca, I got you a little chocolate, but I don't have a chocolate bar. There's another £2.
And I like having a little snack.
And she eats it, exactly. Oh, and that's the worst thing that we do. We're like enablers. This is the worst part, isn't it?
All right. Okay.
All right. She likes to have a little vino, in the evening, right?
I do.
I like to have a large kebab. Okay.
You were going to say a
little kebab, but it's actually a large kebab. so, and we enable each other. And this is really important, guys, because it doesn't matter how much money you earn. If you behave like this, like it's a mindset thing, guys. There are people that earn very little money that are rich, and there are people that earn a lot of money that are broke and always going to be broke, right? We've all seen the stories, lottery winners going bankrupt and people having loads of money and then having high expenditure to go with it, all that kind of stuff. And yet you hear the same stories, like, like for example, guys, my dad, bless him, he's worked hard all his life. He's only ever driven buses, but that guy can save. He knows how to save, and I wish I had learned from him about that side of things. He is like the master saver, isn't he? Like, even with a very humble wage throughout the years, he's made it count. I've earned like loads more money in the last few years, and it's because of these little things, guys. And like I said, we enable. Do you want to talk about the enabling?
Yeah. So
you talk about the enabling. Go.
What normally happens is one of us will want to kind of, have what we call a treat.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like you kind of.
We're in the evening.
You put the feelers out.
Yeah. I put the feelers out. Like. Yeah.
Oh, so and it's just like. So
you'll sit
there and you'll go, oh, do you fancy a wine tonight?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
I don't know.
And then you go, well, I was thinking about getting a kebab, and it's like, oh yeah, all right then.
So we basically, because each of us is doing something dumb, we both say like, it's okay. We exonerate ourselves because the other person's also doing something dumb as well. So we both do dumb things, and that's like a tenner. Bottle of vino, like a kebab, that's like a tenner, bam, gone. That's just like for one evening, and it's not even like that much of it's not really a treat, is it? I mean, it's not even good for you.
Anyway, Mel, ignoring the chat.
Mel has popped in Sparrow and says, you have to make sure your ship is watertight. Otherwise, those tiny little leaks all add up and you end up slowly sinking. I have to watch myself around books, magazines, snacks, meals out, etc. Very well said, Mel. Yeah. Mel has actually been quite inspiring as well, because I've been watching like her kind of the budgeting side and how she's so like planned, and even she has to watch herself. That's always good to know, because even people that you kind of look up to in that respect, and they're like, that's why they do well. When you always wonder like, why do some people do well, and then you think to yourself, it's because they're looking out for those things. So yeah, just want to say, what other comments are there? Karen says, don't stop yourself spending. Would advise where can go cash only weekly. So if need, say 150 for the day-to-day things, food, petrol, etc. Take out, say 180 for the week, and when it's gone, it's gone. It's great way to save. The discipline, we've tried things like that before, Karen.
We really
discipline
like the discipline.
Is we're really trying to get the discipline, but that is something
I do like the idea of that, actually.
Yeah.
Because if you are really strict on yourself and you go, right, this is my cash for the week.
Yeah.
Once it's gone, I'm not touching my bank account.
Yeah. But what would happen is we would spend the money, run out of it, but then we wouldn't tell ourselves that's it now, would we? That's the issue. We would then just go and get more we'd just go and get more like food or something, and food is one of those things that we've just kind of been like that. Right. Gosh, let's go down.
Are we like really far
behind? We're a little bit behind, not too far. Tommy says, I had to make separate accounts. I have a portion of my check go to a bill account, including necessities, then another account for balling. Yeah, that's the thing. We're not even balling enough. Like, we're balling on a low level. You know, like going to a kebab shop isn't balling really when you think about it.
No.
It's just not. Just one of those things. Right, yeah, impulse purchases, lottery, chocolate crisps, etc. waste so much money. And that's the thing, guys. Like, when I used to work for Nestle, like, these companies, they're all out to get your money. But they're not out to get like £500 off of you or £1,000. They just want 50p. When I used to work for Nestle, they spent so much on marketing and did you know we used to go to a corner shop and we used to give them 2 boxes of free chocolate every month, and all they had to do was put 2 facings of Kit Kat out. Like, so on the shelf have Kit Kat and then Kit Kat again. And Mars do the same thing. They have like Mars. They don't actually have 3 Mars bars, I think, next to each other. So why would a multi-billion-pound company think so highly, be so bothered about a 50-60 pence chocolate bar that they're giving out all these boxes of chocolate because they want to double face that Kit Kat? Why they want to have 2? Why is that? Because for so many of us, it's just 60p. 60p is not going to get me out of debt. 60p is not going to buy me a house. It's not going to buy me a car. It's not going to do anything for me. It's just 60p. But it's that little death by 1,000 paper cuts, isn't it? It's like 60. What's 60p?
That's like the 3rd time you've said that now.
I'm saying it.
You're saying it now.
You can't stop me saying it. Yeah. 60p. You know, that's what,
I know, right?
And like that's how they get you. All the adverts on TV, you're not getting adverts on TV from frickin' Rolex and stuff all the time. Lamborghini don't advertise on TV and go, "Hey, buy our new car. It's only 200k." You know, you don't get Tiffany's like advertising. You don't get frickin' Hermes or whoever else advertising. You know, just think about, you know, Pagani don't advertise on TV. You know, like none of these luxury high ticket items, they don't. Who's advertising on TV? Andrex. I want you to just spend £2 to wipe your bum. You know, don't spend £1. Spend £2. It's £2, but it's so soft. Think about it. It's so soft. You know, yeah, but it's true. It's true. It's like Robinsons will be like, yeah, but I drink hard sugary, you know, Coca-Cola. Look how much fun you have when you drink fizzy. I fell for that, man. I fell for it. I didn't think, oh, look, I'm drinking, I'm having so much fun. I'm not like, you know, I'm not sitting there at home drinking Coke going, look at me, I'm having so much fun. I don't do that, but my point is that...
He really does.
No.
He sits at his computer, right? And he sits there and he's like, yeah, I'm drinking my Coke. It's so much fun out here. He does.
I'm just saying, and they want the little bit from all of us again and again and again and again. I just think it's so important to remember that. And you guys might already have figured this out, but I'm like, you know, 22 years into my working life, and I'm glad I figured it out now, whilst I still have, in theory, the majority of my working life still ahead of me. At least I figured it out now. But this has been a big game changer. Like, so for example, you sit there when money's tight and you think, imagine if I had 22 years worth of kebabs, KFC, McDonald's, Haagen-Dazs, and all that stuff that I've spent money on. And I wouldn't just buy 1 tub of Haagen-Dazs. No. I'm buying the coffee flavor, buying strawberries and cream, because that's when they had strawberries and cream. For some reason, they don't do strawberries and cream anymore.
I don't know. I think.
No, I've not seen it. But like, you know, Coca-Cola. I remember there was like 3-litre bottles. Do you remember that? 3-litre bottles? No? Then they went down to 2-litre bottles. What? What? Why are you laughing? Seriously, this is serious.
I'm sorry.
What's so funny about 3 litre? Would you just imagine me drinking a 3-litre bottle or something?
It's just the way you just tell. Do you remember?
I remember the 3-litre bottles, and they used to do them on offer. Sometimes a 3-litre bottle of Coke would be like £1.50. I'm like, it's just £1.50. It's £1.50. But you know, man, imagine all those £1.50s, man. Imagine all those kebabs and burgers. It's all coming back to me. You know, all the Pizza Hut, the Domino's, the Morley's, oh my goodness. I should be made of gold right now. Honestly, the amount of money I've spent, I could have just bought. Ooh. You know, like how many of these have I bought? You know, that I'm just showing you. That nearly fell on the floor.
And he just nearly dropped that on the floor.
And if I dropped it on the floor, I'd be like, oh my god, it's like, you know, camera. Like,
okay, anyway, look, we need to adjust this again now.
Yeah, okay. We've knocked it. It's fine, it's cool. It's fine. Yeah, that one's broken. Really that one's fine. That's
okay.
Fine.
So anyway, so after your mega rant, okay.
How much? I have a Poundland mouse. Yeah, I'm not having that. Okay. Yeah, get off the colas. I've not had it for like a week. Bexify says chocolate is never a waste. It depends on how much you have them. I eat Topic bars like on the daily. I used to. And like Snickers bars. I used to buy 4 Snickers bars. You know, the 4 for £1, because it was 4 for £1. I'd eat all 4 in a day.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I always go over on my groceries budget when I don't write a shopping list, as Fat Girl saying. It's
we're trying to deal with like the whole online shop at the moment. That's how we're trying to kind of, you know, because when we go to the shops, right, it's just we tend not to go with a list, so that's like a big mistake in the first place, is like not going with a list. But then we just fill it up with stuff that we don't really need, like the snack food.
Exactly.
You know, all of that comes into it. Whereas we've actually found doing a weekly shop, we're actually a lot better at being way more controlled. We're not distracted by all the little offers around the store, and you know, we're just quite literally getting what we need. Yeah, we are getting.
The reason why we're so upbeat about this is because
getting some snacks though.
Yeah, but we're keeping within the weekly budget, and like the only reason we're so positive today is because we finally feel like we're doing something. Ad says the beard is looking fire, by the way. Thank you, Ads. And Dave says I want the plasma. I do like my plasma TV. I won't lie, I do like it. But you know, it's getting a bit long in the tooth. Is that the? Oh, there we go. Sign them more. With cardboard boxes, I also spray with Febreze, not the expensive ones, just the cheap ones, and let it dry. That's also good, says Jay Dennis. Okay. Z needs pocket money each week, I think. No bank card. None of that, Mr. Kipling. 3 really, Z, or is it the $85 mouse? We all call 80. So 3 snacks must be 10 Danishes. Yeah, I will eat either, yeah. Shop Window says you need treats. They make life that bit more fun. Don't sweat the small stuff. Celebrate it. I kind of agree, but the small stuff should be this. Like, this is what actually makes me happy. Every time I use my Model O gaming mouse.
I kind of... I do agree with Shop Windows, actually, because I do think, like, if we kind of cut too much, then you kind of lose, like, the... You know, like the enjoyment and the point of what you're trying to do. So you do have to kind of balance it. Yeah.
You need to move a bit closer to the mic, honey.
Okay, I do think you have to balance it. So I actually agree with Shop for Windows there.
I mean, me and Carl are awful, says Karen. We take it in turns going on snack runs. Yeah, I mean, if it's... You've got to have it in budget, though, definitely.
Yes.
Eric says money isn't the problem. You must crack down on your spending and buying habits.
Yeah.
I think that's it, exactly.
That's it.
I'm fine with being broke if I can eat a muffin every day, says Tracy. You know, like, living the muffin life, it seems good, but it does damage, you know? Like, it's not... That's the thing. Muffins aren't even good for you. Mm-hmm. Like, I sit here saying, like, I was telling you guys to go and eat the Morrison's blueberry muffin because it's so amazing. It is amazing, but it's not good for you. It's like, I'm kind of like feeding myself bad stuff and then paying for the privilege, you know? Yeah, exactly. That's what I think anyway. Muffins are good, Tracy, but like, I don't know, man. Not at the cost of being broke. Your dad's bus driver. Wow, wonder if anyone on here has met him. He might have a few stories, says Dave. Peter Ray says, always budgeting myself and limiting myself to what I spend, but I do get times where I buy stuff I don't really need, to be honest. Yeah, every now and then is fine, but we've had 22 years of unquestioned. Like, if I fancied something to eat, you fancy something to eat, we should go and get it. That was our, like, that was all we, that's the one thing we could always afford to do, is eat what we want. And I think that's the, you know, like, we can't, like, I can't just go out and, you know, buy something lavish or extravagant, but food, I can buy it whenever I want. And I think that's what the habit that we've let get out of control. If we fancy something, we just go and get it because we can. You know, why not? But it costs, and there is a cost for it. So it's really made us think. I just like that. My dad was a saver, says Karen. Only had low-wage jobs, not enough his high flyer or profession, but saved 20% of his earnings religiously. See, there you go. And there are people that will earn loads of money that couldn't even save 5%. You know, including us. My dad was a bus driver before he passed away. He was based near Bromley. Never know how he may have been the same company. My dad's in the Heath, so he, like, now it's a Reaver. Right. Z, my cholesterol is going through the roof just listening to you, says Julie. Tommy says, Rebecca, I feel the true disease is in the gaming, though. He never mentioned that.
That's true.
Z is so worked up over food and soda. He's looking at I know. Honestly, I really do need to I just need to be. Oh, Mandy, she's always flipping, says assign 10% of your wage to a separate account. Pay yourself first. Napoleon Hill said so. I do it. Yeah, it's true. That's Think and Grow Rich, isn't it? Yeah. Think and Grow Rich.
And Claire Thompson's asking what is Morley's.
What is Morley's? Morley's, Claire, is like insane. Like their chicken wings.
It's a fried chicken.
Don't just say it like that.
Well, it is.
It's more than that. You know, they make the most amazing wings, honestly.
But we've never seen a Morley's up here. I think it's a down south.
It's a down south. Yeah. Pizza Hut is my downfall. The Coke, the Coke. Z is a Coke addict. Yeah, Coke is definitely. Alrighty then. Tommy says they mark it up and do buy one get one free or half off, and you have to buy it. It's all psychology again. Exactly. All right. All right. And we've talked enough now about what we spend our money on at home, but I want you to talk about it because in case there's anyone out there who thinks that earning more money is the solution to your current financial woes, it's not. And I think that's all we've learned. It's not, because we've always thought it's money that's the problem, and and we've heard. By the way, guys, just so you know, because of the information age that we live in, right? We know all the sayings. We've listened to all the smart people, but sometimes you have to absorb the information rather than just hear the information. You know, like you have to actually absorb it and understand it. Like, there's an old saying, look after the pennies, the pounds will look after themselves, right? Everyone in the UK knows that saying, honestly. You look after the pennies and the pounds will look after themselves. 99% of people that hear it probably just hear it and that's it. To truly absorb the meaning of that is you have to hit some point. You have to hit like a point of okay, I now need to really do something. That's how I feel. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
And I've not had Coke now, apart from yesterday. Don't count yesterday because that was the slip up. Before that, how long was it? A week? It was a week. Okay, so baby steps. Baby steps. We've only been a week good, and we had a slip up yesterday, and we felt bad about it this morning, right? Or not? No? Did you feel bad? No?
A little.
A little? Okay. Yeah. She only felt a little bad. But yes, you have to. Seriously, Z, have whatever you want. Budget like £20 a week each. If you fancy a treat, get it out of that. See, if we had budgeted, we'd probably feel a lot better about it. If we budgeted. The thing is, I don't think we really have a budget for food. We try to, but I don't think we do we? Do we have a budget? We don't have a food budget? Do we have a food budget?
No.
You weren't even listening to me. Gee, so annoying.
I was reading Karen's message, actually.
Anyway. Okay.
I was reading Karen's mind.
Can't you listen? I told you about this.
I told you
Why
this
can you not
the
listen?
other day when you had to go at me. No.
Your ears don't stop hearing.
They do.
Your eyes
I was
are
reading something.
When your eyes are looking at something.
Yeah, but I block out everything else.
How?
Because I do. It just shuts off.
I hope you never read anything on the road or something.
I know, right?
Jeez. You know what? We often joke about this, but she wouldn't even make it past episode 1 of season 1 of Walking Dead. You know, do
you know what? I'd last a lot longer than you.
You wouldn't even make it out of the pilot episode, right? You'd be one of the first to go.
No, I'd so last longer than you.
I don't think so, man.
I so would.
So. I don't think so.
I so would.
You so would.
So would. I'm not even talking to you now. Do you know what? We've just rest of the time, it's just in silence. No. I'm not going to speak to you.
Next time you're in Liverpool, look up Patterson's. Great chicken place is Adam Kelsey. And thank you for everyone that's popped in, by the way.
Yes.
I've seen DBG as well. I'm just going to marry Shazad. There's an option. Right. Z spoke for 39 minutes. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beck break a sweeping brush off his back. Beck would last longer as he would be off the shop. No way. There's no way you'd last longer.
Do you know what? You just get distracted by food.
Oh, what? When there's zombies around? I don't think
you
so.
would actually.
No, come on. No. I'd probably want to make sure I get as many wings as I could. Just put them in a rucksack or something, you know? Just have a rocket running around with a rucksack just stacked full of wings, you know? I just take over a chicken shop and lock it down, you know? I'd last way longer. You just,
You so would.
I would. See, you'd go before Beck. You're larger and more juicy, says Pleasant Valley. Julie says he's own cooking job. No, I don't know if any of you guys have this conversation, but me and Beck often have this conversation, and who would last longer. I think it's because her road crossing isn't the best.
No, but do you know what? I get across the road safely. I'm not having this conversation. We've had this so many times. We've been together 20 years, and it's not funny. Okay, I'm still alive. I know how to cross a road.
In the zombie apocalypse, is what I'm saying. Pick and Roll says, my wife does the same thing. It's like peripheral vision and hearing gets turned off. I know. Yeah, there will be grass, yes. Okay. Oh my God, see Carl eat pudding and she would be off buying pudding. Oh gosh. Okay. Here we go. Let's now talk about some sales and things.
How we were meant to.
Yeah, I thought it was a really important discussion, and if one person gets something from it, that if you come into reselling, or if you think that being your own boss is the answer to financial issues, it probably isn't. The issue is how you handle money generally. It's not about how much money you have, it's what you do with what does come in. That's as simple as that, isn't it? That's. I thought it was important because, it's something that's become really apparent recently, especially with sales being up and down and whatnot. Because you do start thinking, oh man, and you see all these little things that you don't think is. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? No, go.
Just ignore me.
No. I want to know. That's so funny. I need to know now. No, come on.
I don't know, honestly.
You don't know? No, I can't.
I just stopped listening to you.
Huh? You just stopped listening? Is this generally?
Yeah.
No. If you ever say to me, right? If you ever say to me...
I don't know how we do these chats sometimes, because I just shut off.
You know what?
When
if
you
you ever say to me you don't listen to me and stuff, right? Ever. Okay? I'm just going to remind you.
I just realised I'm probably the worst for it.
Yeah. I'm glad you just realised that.
The amount of times I just switch off as soon as you start talking.
And you tried to have a go at me about not listening to you. And whenever, right, this really winds me up, okay? She'll talk to me. And because I'm able to do more than one thing, that's why I would last longer in Walking Dead, because I can do two things at once. So I'll be on the computer, like, looking at the screen or whatever, and she'll be talking away at me, right? And then she'll be like, what did I say? You know, like, thinking, you know, like, I got you now, you know, right? And I will word for word.
Don't say it like that.
No, she doesn't, but I'm exaggerating a tiny bit. But then I will word for word say back what she said, and then she still won't be satisfied with that, because she wants to have the eye contact and everything, which I can respect. You know, sometimes you want to have the eye contact as well. But my point is, I actually listen, and then, like, this just shows. This just shows. All right. I'm just glad that's, you know, clear. It's just terrible. Wow, this is a great chat, guys. Much.
Anyway, let's go.
So much knowledge.
Let's go on to share some graphs. I think we've got them ready.
Yes.
Shall we?
Yes, we'll do some graphs. As you can see from the title, we took £716 in the last 7 days, which is a bit of a drop over last week, I think. But still not terrible. And over the month, we're actually doing quite well. I think over the month, the RC store is down 8% on last year, but we've taken £1,000 of sales on the general store, which we didn't even have last year. Yeah. So that way takes us over where we were. So that's really cool.
We're really happy.
But we're going to go into the graphs to share with you guys what's going on. Tommy, you know, that's the best joke I ever could have something. Tommy, seriously, man, it's really kind of you.
Really
do appreciate it, but it's not required. Thank you so much. Z, when you live stream while shipping two things at once, it takes you almost an hour to package one item. Leave it out. Oh, that's just unnecessary, that, TBG. That was just unnecessary.
Yeah, but still, it's true.
No. Right. So.
Okay.
Sales. Again, bear in mind, guys, this time last year, we only had the one store running. Yeah,
so this is where we have to keep reminding ourselves, and we do repeat this quite a lot, that when we're looking at our figures, we need to remember that with the hobby store, we did separate the stock on it. So even though that seems to take a dip when it comes to the graphs and turnover, we've got to remember that the general store is the one that's kind of, you know...
Yeah. We used to have everything on one store, and then now it's been split across two, and that's why. And like I said,
so we can't just look at the hobby store on its own and just go, oh yeah, you know, we're doing okay or it's doing really badly. Yeah, we tend to just try and have a look at our figures as an overall, and even down to like working out what we've done like monthly, or you know, compare it to like the year's figures as well. And then that way we're not always great at that, but we're getting better at it. Better at it. So that we're not just looking at, you know. So
even though the RC store was 8% down over the last 30 days, you know, it's, so as you can see, anyway, currently it's £444 is what we've done in the past 7 days, which is 51% down compared to last year. Transactions down 26%, average selling price is down 34%, but that's over a 7-day period. The 30-day period looks a lot better. But we'll go over to the general store. General store did £270 in the last 7 days, average £30 price, hence bring us over to £700. Yes. So that's the graph situation. But we, like you said, Beck, we do need to remember like that we're in a, you know, we have split the stores. The amount of, or the type of items are very different. And also the longer term view does help sometimes, because it's easy to just look at things week by week.
I don't think we're always brilliant at remembering this. I mean, although we have been trying more so recently, and it has helped.
Yeah.
with like our headspace, knowing that actually overall, I think you worked it out. Was it 5% down?
Yeah. But I mean, for example, guys, this is actually our 30-day sales. So on the RC store, over the last 30 days, we've taken £2,600, which, is, what was that? That's just under £700 a week, isn't it? Which is 7% down over a year ago. So we could get quite down, like, we're down, it's not that much money. Average selling price is actually up. But what you've got to remember is now we've got a general store which has taken £1,000, which we didn't have. So we're actually well above what we did last year for the same period. And I think that's the key, because we didn't have, the general store actually going on. So, if you think about it, when you add that up with what we've now got coming in, which we didn't have coming in, we're actually doing better than we did last year for this period. And that is actually something that we can be quite happy about. It's something that, let me just switch over. So that's what we've taken on the general store. So you saw it was 2,600 on the RC store, 1,000 on the general store. So that's 3,600, which is better than what we did last year. So at this point of the year.
Yeah,
so,
I mean we're overall happy with where things are, and I think like doing what we've been doing, like trying to look at it as an overall, it's really, really helped, because we're actually seeing it for what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, so.
Exactly.
That's helped. It's really helped.
Uniquely me, Tracy had to go, I think I saw. So thank you for popping in.
Yes, I can see.
Yes. So yeah. And just going into the chat again, Eric says bills are due monthly, so when sales are down or in general, it's best to look at monthly totals instead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, very true. I mean, we do it weekly because we do a weekly chat, so it kind of, like, the last 7 days is something that's always kind of cool to look at. But yes, for our own sake, I suppose, like our own mind, I think it's important that we do actually look at it.
I think because we come
monthly and longer.
I mean, because we come on here every week and we kind of talk about our week and talk about our figures, I think we've been in a really bad habit of just looking things on such a small scale, in a way, like looking at them weekly. And although it's really, it's good to kind of look at your figures, but we do then have to kind of, even it out and show ourselves, what it is for the month, what it is for the year overall. And I think that's all we're trying to do and all we're trying to remember, really. Yeah,
exactly. The other thing, so I think that's just it, really. There's not really a lot more to it. Pleasant Valley says having both stores has helped. Yes, definitely. I think having the second store separated, it's brought like a bit more focus to it.
Yeah, and we really are liking like the separation of the two stores. Mainly because obviously we I hate saying it like RC is like our main business, but RC is like what we're started with and what we intend to kind of grow more into.
Yeah.
The general store is like kind of keeps us in like the kind of thrifting, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And like hunting for new stock in that way, so that's good.
Yeah, I think so. What's this?
What are you doing on the computer? Oh, you're trying to sort out the Windows thing, aren't you?
Yeah.
Is it because you haven't clicked on it?
No.
Okay, Karen is asking, how's week 2 on the new hours? Bex, another vlog. Yeah, there is another vlog this week on my channel. Hours are going really, really well, actually. I'm really happy with them. I feel like I'm getting more time for eBay, and I'm not coming out of work as stressed, am I?
No.
Which is a real positive, because I was getting really, really stressed with my day job. So yeah, it's really good. It's going well. It's going well.
I'm just adding something.
Have a look.
Okay. All right. We did. Oh my God, Z's trying to wrap up the show. He's itching for kebabs or gaming.
No, he was just trying to sort out the screens. That's why I was trying to awkwardly try and keep talking, but I'm really rubbish at it. So unless it's talking about knitting or something like that, and then I can talk forever.
Well, I did want to do a quick charity shop haul earlier, and it's not quite like how I had planned it. But we can share with you guys some things we picked up for the charity shop. So I'll do a quick couple though. We went out. Well, I went out today and picked out a couple of things. So we'll just share them with you. But these are just going to be photos though.
Yeah. So we haven't got the items at home, right? So they're just photos. Okay?
Yeah.
So this is what we picked up. So here's already photographed it.
Yeah, we've already photographed this stuff. So we're going to have to probably do a bit of cropping and editing, and then this is going to be listed.
Yeah.
So this is like a kid's riding hat. Should get about £20 plus shipping on this. I think I saw on eBay. We got this alongside some other equestrian gear for I think it was like £7. We got some really nice boots, which we need to list. And we got a couple of pairs of, was it called jodhpurs?
Yeah.
Is that what they're called? So we got that. So that's really cool.
Alfie, get down.
This was something that's really cool. Bear in mind, guys, these photos are going to be cropped out. So you're not, when I list these items, they're not going to have the top there showing and all that. This is not edited yet. Yeah,
these aren't edited, so we will be cropping them down. And Karen's saying she's got to go.
No
She'll catch up the rest.
Yeah, we're going to be off soon. We're going to zip
anyway,
through these. This was quite cool. This is a really vintage acrylic jumper, and it's got like a leather eagle patch on it, and it's got like leather patches on the arms. This I actually paid £3 for, so it's more than the other stuff that I pay. Normally I pay like £1.50, so I think that's a pretty cool little pickup. I've seen these for sale. They're by Street Scenes, most often in America, and they tend to fetch around £20 mark. So, not too bad. I think if we take, with the right description, etc., it might be quite a good little pickup. Stu says got to go off to buy a 3 litre bottle of Coke. Can't get them anymore, Stu. Can't get them anymore. Thanks. I saw Castlevania on Mega Drive with 5 other Mega Drive games earlier for £10 or near offer, listed for 12 minutes. I missed out by minutes, says Claire. Oh, wow. That was on Facebook Marketplace. That's crazy. Right, next item was this pair of Diesel trousers. They're like really wide. They're just massively wide trousers, size 32. Again, £1.50 should get me hopefully 15 to 20. This is a good pickup. This is actually quite a cool little pickup. These are Red Root Kevlar biker trousers or biker jeans. These photos are going to be completely like cropped and rotated as necessary, so bear that in mind. But yeah, pay £1.50, should get about 30 to 40 quid for these, so that's pretty cool. I'm just going to share a couple of these and then we'll call it a day because we're coming up to 8 o'clock. Some Ted Baker jeans, again, £1.50, a size 34L. They're like a nice blue denim. They've got the crazy lining on the pockets. In Ted We Trust there as well. So I would obviously be like rotating this so that it actually, that's how the photo would look. Next item, again, £1.50. This is an American Apparel flannel shirt. This is something that, again, I think will probably fetch me around £20. So quite a nice shirt, actually. I like it. It's my style.
It's your kind of style, isn't it?
So yeah. This was a brand... I wouldn't have normally bought this, but it's a French Connection pinstripe shirt, but it had tags on it still. So for £1.50 for a tagged French Connection shirt...
Can I just say, there's a steamer at work, right?
There's a steamer at work?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's just...
You could have steamed it.
Yeah, I know, but there's no point, is there? Right. Look, originally it was £55, that shirt. Wow.
Still steamed it.
£55. So that's going to be sold, I don't know, maybe for 20 or something, I don't know. This was a cashmere jumper, again for £1.50, Moss and Grumble. 100% cashmere by Lockmere. Did have like a little mark on it that I tried to photograph, but I'm not sure how that came out. This is really cool. DBG says, "Woo, American Apparel. I am the ambassador." Really? That's cool. I like American Apparel. This is one of my favorite pickups. And Mandy says, "Don't mention the word Kevlar, high on Vero scale. They near closed me down a few months ago." Thank you for pointing that out, Mandy. I had a feeling about that because I think something happened there. But yeah, I'll definitely bear that in mind. This is a really good pickup, guys. Again, £1.50. This is a what is it? It's a Parker by Alpha Industries.
What is it?
And Bumcrack Picker says, "If steamer at work, did Z not flush the toilet?"
No.
No, it's not. No. She meant no, not that. Not no, as in no, you didn't flush it. Okay. Alpha Industries, guys. This is a Parker coat, a cold weather Alaska coat. It's called, and yeah, it's just pretty cool. It paid £1.50 for it. People are trying to get some pretty big money for this coat on eBay. There's someone who's got a lot of. They've got like a whole thing. What's it called? Like a whole. What have they got, hun? There's someone that's trying to sell this for a lot of money with a lot of watches. We should be able to get at least 50-60 quid though, I reckon. Some people are trying to get like 180, which is insane. But yeah, anyway, we pay £1.50. And DBG says, "No, not really, Z, but I bought an entire store closures worth a while back. I have about 500 items of it listed, all new with tags."
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's pretty epic. And I think that's it. Oh yeah, and some Levi 509s, and there's some Jodhpurs. Yeah, that's it. That's the end of it. So, that's all that we had to share with you guys. That was some pickups. You just flick through them because just to pad out the end of the stream. Pad it out. Yeah. Did that fart?
No.
Was that you?
No. How dare you?
Well, someone's farted. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Did that fart?
No. Not that I'm aware of.
Anyway, I think.
Nice.
He does sometimes. He comes along and just drops one, doesn't he? We're going to call it a day now. Thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Very kind. I don't know what to say, really. What are you looking at me like that for?
I'm not looking at you for like anything. Just
okay.
Keep talking.
All right.
No RC. No RC.
He who smelt it dealt it. You can't smell your own farts. What is Fartgate? Well,
Man.
I can tell when I farted. You can feel it. It's not like you just.
I'm not getting into this. Okay?
Anyway, okay.
Yeah, we're really not getting into this.
I hope you have a lovely evening.
Yes.
Those of you that are going to the car boot, Sai says, "Thanks, guys, another epic." Thanks for watching, Sai. I appreciate it. Georgina says, "Very entertaining, thank you." Z asking your wife if she cut the cheese is not. That's a
there you go.
That's good.
There you go. Now do you know why I was looking at you like that?
Well, I think we can call it a night. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Come join us in a few hours here. We'll do Tommy. I'll pop in later. See you guys later. Thanks for watching.
Later. Thanks.
Yes.
This one, yeah.